Alrighty, hello. Happy Tuesday. Pre-warning to this video. If you have not played Three Houses, there's gonna be some spoilers, so don't watch this video if you haven't played Three Houses, okay? Trust me, it's a good game. It's worth your 60 bucks. Go play it, banger game. But today, we're gonna be talking about the Three Hopes trailer for the Fire Emblem Warriors game that just came out today. And I gotta say, the trailer's got me kind of excited for the game. I played the last Warriors game, and I'm like, it was okay. You know, I dropped it after a bit, so I didn't fully play through it. But I got the basis of what it was about, and I watched some videos on it, and it was okay. But it wasn't spicy enough to keep me hooked on the concept for the whole game, you know? It's a bit of a beat 'em up. But Fire Emblem Three Hopes, I'm on board. First things first, I'm a big Three Houses fan, so a lot of the characters in Three Hopes should be returning Three Houses characters. I don't think we're going to be seeing characters from other Fire Emblem series in this game. I'll talk about that a little later when I talk about what characters I think are going to make the game. But let's just talk about some main details. So on the screen, I'm just going to have a bunch of screenshots for you guys from the trailer, because the Nintendo ninjas don't allow you to just react to a video without copywriting 20 billion things. So we've got this character named Shez. He's going to be what seems like the protagonist now, where in the first trailer they made him out to be the antagonist. So I think there's a chance that Shez is the antagonist in the pre-time skip, and then Byleth becomes the antagonist in the post-time skip. We'll have to see how that goes, as Byleth is labeled as the Ashen Demon now. Pretty interesting concept. I don't think Byleth is going to be like the final boss, but she could be like a mid-game to late-game boss, so I'll be excited to see how they play that out. We've got some character reveals throughout the trailer. One very interesting one is that Monica was confirmed to be a playable unit. Well, she was playable on the map. There wasn't complete gameplay ever, but it looked like she was going to be a playable unit. And it'll be interesting how they take that, because she was like a minor villain in the first games. She's working with the people who slither in the dark, which I don't think they're gonna feature the whole slither in the dark versus church story aspect of Fire Emblem Three Houses in this game. We'll see what they do with it, but I think they're gonna flip the story a bit. Now, it is confirmed that there are 3 paths, which makes the replayability of the game pretty good. We like to hear that. I'm thinking each path is probably going to take 10-ish hours. It's a Warriors game. I imagine you're going to get maybe a little longer. Maybe it's like 15 per path, so maybe we'll get around 45 hours out of this game. That sounds realistic, because they started showing trailers for this game a couple months ago, and it's coming out in June, so pretty soon. So 40 to 45 hours is what I imagine you're getting for base playthrough, which is a decent chunk of time. Sorry, my hair is a mess. It's a mountain. Alrighty, what else are we discussing? I guess the main plot of this game is a bit up in the air. In the trailer, we've got some quotes. Claude says, "This world cries out for change." Dimitri's crying about how he can avenge the people who have fallen. And Edelgard's talking about how Shez, the new dude, is the one that urged her to take action. So I think they're going to try to incorporate this new protagonist slash antagonist character into each of the different routes. Maybe he's a protagonist in some of the routes and an antagonist in other routes, vice versa. I think there are going to be multiple stories. I don't think it's just going to be one story, much in Three Houses fashion. So it'll be really interesting to see how they incorporate this new character. Hopefully the story plot's not as bland. Or in Fire Emblem Warriors, I can't even tell you. I don't remember the names of the 2 blonde protagonists, but the story was a bit predictable and bland. So I'm hoping they spice it up. Alrighty, let's talk about what characters can we expect to see and return in this game. Alrighty, so I think we've got about 9 confirmed. We've got Byleth. Well, actually, is Byleth confirmed a playable character? It's pretty likely. They put her out to be like a boss, but I'm pretty sure there's gameplay of her playing in the first trailer, if I'm not totally off my rocker. Claude's going to be playable. Edelgard, Dimitri, you got your 3 houses. Haha, 3 houses. The 3 house leaders. And then their right-hand man/females. So we've got Hilda, Dudu, and... I'm not sure. Oh, Hubert. Crappy character. Actually, he's a decent character. Different video. I'll make a 3 houses character tier list one day. And then you've got Chez, who's the new antagonist/protagonist, and Monica looks to be playable. So that's about 9 confirmed. But this trailer gave us more screenshots. We got Ferdinand's just peeking in there in the Hubert screenshot, so hopefully Ferdinand's playable. Lorenz, we saw a new Lorenz design. He's looking as derpy as ever. People shit on Lorenz, but I like him. He's a fun character. Mercedes, her new design is shown in the trailer. And then Flame looks the same, but Flame's looking likely. So that's putting us at 13 characters right there. We had 32 total playable in the original, including DLC. So we've got 13. I'm thinking we're going to probably hit at least 20 to mid-20s. So here I've got some fan favorites that are likely to be seen in the game. I'd be a little surprised if these ones didn't make it. We've got Sylvain, the Charmy Flirter, Felix, the Edgelord, Lysithea, the one-shot tactical nuke waifu, Marianne, the depressed inner soul of all of us, Dorothea, the singer chick that people kind of like, but she's pretty OP as a dancer, so everybody uses her, Petra, the foreigner who's just always shitposting with her foreign language, Sedith, who always has a new mission for us to do in the monastery. You like Sedith. He's also very good as a Wyvern Lord. Dude's a monster in Silver Snow. Shamir, probably your goth girl archer. She was a fan favorite of the church units. But if we see Shamir, we're probably seeing Catherine. They're kind of a duo. Another duo would be like Manuela and Hanneman. Usually, there's some characters that kind of go hand in hand. So if we get Shamir, we're getting Catherine probably. And then I put the Ashen Wolves because I think the DLC was pretty well received in 3 houses. I think most people got the DLC. The units were fun to use in the main playthrough. The side route was kind of challenging, kind of fun. And you got that broken ass DLC item once you finish the DLC that you got to use in the main game. So I think overall they were pretty well received. So there's a chance we see them. And also Byleth again is referred to as the Ashen Demon. So it makes sense to have the Ashen Wolves too. So that's putting us at about 25 to 26-ish characters. Meaning here are the characters that I don't think are going to make the main roster, but might be DLC, just because they weren't as popular. But who knows? It is route dependent. Or the game seems route dependent, so maybe all the students do make it in and I'm just off my rocker. But we've got Raphael, the meathead, Ignatz, the painter, Leonie, #1 Geralt simp, Geralt OnlyFans enjoyer, Ingrid, the low-key racist-based blonde waifu, Annette, Ash, Bernadetta, Caspar, Linhart, Gilbert, Catherine. Again, Catherine kind of goes with Shamir, kind of a pair. Eloise, the king of dad jokes. We love Eloise. Manuela, kind of bland, kind of boring. Just feels a desperate housewife trope. And then Hanneman, who I thought was a little underappreciated, but most people didn't use him just because his growth rates weren't amazing. There were better options. But yeah, so those are the ones that I think are less likely to make it, just because they're all still decent characters, but some of their tropes were just a little so fans didn't receive them as well. So those are the characters that are unlikely, but some of them could be DLC. Like, for example, I think Linhardt's still decently well received. The dude's just taking naps all the time. It's a good chance he's a DLC there. Or even though Bernadetta's got that introvert trope, people still thought it was funny. So it's definitely still some DLC chance there. So there's my little official roster guess If there were any fun characters I'd like to see, number one would definitely be Gatekeeper. They made Gatekeeper playable in Fire Emblem Heroes. He was like a hero you could summon for. So there's a chance. If he could slip in, that'd be pretty funny. I think most people would build for him and simp for him. We love Gatekeeper. Always greeting us with his greetings, Professor. But besides that, we've also got some new screenshots. It seems to be like a Sothis counterpart that has to do with Shez. So we'll see how that plays into the story, but I imagine that's going to be quite important. We're seeing this antagonist looking dude. Seems kind of like a Claude route thing. He kind of looks like Claude's dad, but I imagine not. I don't quite remember the lore there, but maybe it's like his angry uncle or something. But he looks resembled to Claude, and he's riding a dragon, so decent shot there. We see, I believe his name is Holst, Hilda's brother, and I think he's fighting Gwendol, if I remember correctly, in the trailer. So we see some Fire Emblem minor antagonists in the trailer as well, or just some units that were bosses on maps. And I'm looking through these screenshots. Oh, I did like the class change system. It looks like there might be more diversity within the class changes this go around, where in the previous Fire Emblem Warriors game, the classes were kind of decided for you. Like, you could go from class to class, but it was kind of like a set path for each character, where it kind of seems like there's more diversity in this game. And there's also, like, explore the monastery, battalions, training your units. It's like, it looked like there's a lot of little neat niche things you could do. Kind of like in Fire Emblem Three Houses, where you're just wandering around the academy, you know. Some interplay there. So that gives me more hope for more game footage hours and lore and getting to know the characters more. Other things I like to discuss. Ooh, Rhea. Yeah, so I don't think Rhea's going to play into the story. Again, I think they're going to lead away from the whole Shambhala church thing, but that could maybe be in Claude's route, as that was kind of a big part of Claude's story, / Silver Snow. And I think we will see Captain Geralt. I don't think he's going to be playable, but I think he could again play into the story. F in the chat. We'll see if Geralt gets bodied on screen again. And I think that concludes most of the thoughts I want to get out on the trailer. I'm excited. There looks to be more diversity in combat. They had adjutants in the trailer and some like group specials that looked pretty interesting. So looks like there's going to be more game mechanics, more diversity. The characters, in my opinion, I think are going to be better. I mean, Awakening characters are cool. And like the previous characters in the Warriors game, there's a good selection of them. But I'm a bit Three Houses biased, so I think it'll be fun to watch the Three Houses characters interact. And overall, pretty excited for this game. So I plan to give it a playthrough, release a couple videos on it in the future. Maybe like, what characters are broken, or how good was the story, and just an overall review of the game. So yeah, I definitely plan to buy this June 24th. It's looking pretty good. Thanks for hearing me out on my review and my thoughts. Much appreciate. Hope you all have an epic Tuesday afternoon / night whenever this gets uploaded. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Little likes, little subscribbles, please help. Small channel. And yeah, catch y'all in the next one. Have a good day.